think this is where we talk about the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia. If you haven't seen yet, Dent posted a video today that kind of gives a little bit of a history into a Vine series that we did called The Wonderful Whites of Vine, the Wild and Wonderful Whites of Vine. The reason that came about was randomly one day, me and Jen are just sitting here talking, like me and Jen talk every day in some capacity. And we were chatting back and forth on text or something, and I don't remember all the specifics, that's not important. What's important is she was like, you gotta watch The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. And I'm like, what is that? What even is that? I've never heard of that. And she started trying to explain it, but then she just kind of stopped herself. She's like, you know what? It's not going to make sense. Like, you just need to watch it. You're just going to have to go with me on this one. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And I decided to look it up. And at the time, I don't believe it is on Netflix or Hulu anymore. It is on Amazon. I'll put a link down into the description below. But I found it on Netflix at the time, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Since then, I bought it on Amazon Video, and I can't tell you how many times I've watched it since then. Countless times. I'm watching this thing, and it's quickly becoming evident why Jen can't explain it to me. It's hard as hell to explain. It's about the White family in West Virginia in Boone County, and by any measure, they are not the normal part of society, I guess we could say. I guess it's me putting it nicely. A lot of drug use, very impoverished area it seems to be. Just some, for lack of better, and I hate to really kind of put them into a corner like that, but it's just like some backwoods rednecks kind of people. And I don't mean that like derogatory or anything necessarily. It's just they're the whites. I can't explain it otherwise. So like as I'm watching this, I just remember texting Jen like, what the hell is this? What is? And I'm throwing her lines, and she's understanding where I'm at in the movie. And it's really even a movie. It's a documentary. It's a documentary about these people's lives. You know, they follow them around through the good, bad, and ugly. I mean, from fights to relationships to drugs to kids, CPS taking kids, people in jail. I mean, it's like it literally has everything. Everything. And there's a cast of characters, my God. I remember after I was done watching that just thinking like, I gotta do something with this. And I don't even remember who came up with the idea genuinely. I think it was just one of those kind of organic things where we were just talking and decided to do it. Because me and Jen, and others as well in the past, have been known for just, we'll kind of make a group account. And we'll do random stuff. We did like Vine World, we did the Wild and Wonderful White, and that was just me and Jen, the Wild and Wonderful Whites. There were other little group video or group things that we did on Vine, but I gotta tell you, the Whites was probably my favorite because it allowed me to go off the rails. And if you go back and watch those, Jen did a great video. Again, check her video, that'll be in the description too. But she does a great job of putting side by side the things that they did and then the stuff that we did. A lot of people thought they didn't have that context when they first started watching it. They thought it was just some stuff we were coming up with, and people were laughing, which is fantastic. I want more people to know about this too, because I feel it could probably benefit the family and others. Lord knows they need it. Again, not trying to be derogatory, it's just evident. So I'm sitting here watching this and watching the characters, and it wasn't too long into it that I started realizing as I watched this that I could relate those people to people that I've known throughout my life. So I kind of just drew from that, and I started doing. And they're not even like crazy inventive characters. I'm basically just, I don't even know, I just basically copying what they already did. I put my own spins on it. Jen put her own spins on it too, obviously. But it was just us goofing around and really reenacting, you know, doing impersonations. We had unique characters. And when I say unique, I mean, even though they were kind of spin-offs of those, we tried to make them our own. I won't get into all the names. That was one thing I tried to do as well. And mostly because I can't remember all the names off top. But they just had absurd names that we went with, and I used them in the hashtags in the comments and stuff. But one of the things that I really enjoyed doing was just developing those characters. One character we kind of hinted at that he was maybe a sex offender. We never really got to specifics, but we knew he couldn't be around kids. We knew he couldn't be around certain things. He moved to a new neighborhood and had to have his neighbors sign off on things. He had an interesting habit I developed where he was routinely touching his face. And I don't even know where that came from. It's just one of those things I started doing, and it became part of the character. And I try to do that with a lot of the characters that I develop over time. I'll try to put some little subtle nuance in there that makes it them, so it's distinguishable compared to others, because I'm not the best with voices. If you go back and listen to a lot of the voice work that I've done, and I say voice work like I'm somebody special when I'm not, but if you go back and listen to the voices and stuff that I've done, you're not going to find a ton of variation. Maybe some pitches here and there. I think with the whites, I just get a lot more country, you know, and just I kind of become the people that other people expect me to be, for being from Tennessee. When they talk to me, they just instantly hear an accent and they think that I'm like this. So that's kind of one of the characters that I go with for stuff like this. And there was little offshoots of that. I made a point to bend a hat and stuff, and that was a hat that somebody wore. You know, there were certain characteristics, and Jen did the same. But I gotta tell you, not to just stray from the original point too much, me and Jen had so much fun. At least I did. I'm pretty sure she did too, because we still talk about it. We still reference that movie all the time. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping if one of these days Vine will come back, maybe in some capacity. Not, it's never going to be the way it was, but I do miss that short form ability where if I just had an idea real quick, I could grab my phone. I already probably have it in my hand or nearby, and I can record something for 6 seconds and be able to convey that message in 6 seconds. That was something I was really proud of, because it's really hard to condense a joke. I mean, all its parts and give it context and everything else in 6 seconds. And what you see a lot in the Vine account is how we really did have just banger after banger of 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. And the feedback loop was fantastic. I mean, the feedback we were getting from a relatively small audience, because most people didn't know what it was. We didn't promote it really. We just did it on our own. Occasionally we'd revine it, but we just put it out there on our own because we thought it was funny and hoped other people would. And people did. So I'm hoping today it kind of takes off again, and I'm hoping one day the whites see it. I've got nothing but love for the whites, honestly. They're a hot mess. I know I called them rednecks earlier. I'm from Tennessee, so I think I got a little bit of leniency in calling somebody a redneck. I'm just saying. But they're an amazing family. Sometimes not for the right reasons, but at the end of the day, still an amazing family regardless. So again, I'll leave a link to Jen's video below. You got to check that out so you can see our work. I'll leave a link to the Amazon video so you can buy that. I think you can rent it too. And you just got to sit down and watch. I don't care how you get a copy of this movie. Sit down and watch it. It's funny. It's like I said, it's everything. It covers everything. Like there's times that I'll kind of think I want to watch it and then I have to stop it because it gets a little too real. You know, you start seeing some of the stuff and you realize like, oh man, like they live this. This is their reality, you know, and you start thinking about others as well. But at the same time, you can have fun with that because they definitely do. And so I think that was important for us as well to kind of have some fun with it and make it a little more lighthearted, because it gets very real in there sometimes, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. There is language, there's drug use, there's everything you can imagine in it. So if you can handle watching some TV and some reality, you should definitely check it out. That's all I got for right now. I just want to do a quick follow-up so people could hear kind of my side of what Jen was talking about in her video. We had a blast with it. I love doing, anytime me and Jen get together, we usually produce, in my mind, some quality content. If no one else likes it, that's fine too. I enjoy the hell out of it. But it is so much cooler when people really enjoy what you do and they kind of have a takeaway from that. So, I'll tell you what, if you watch it, leave me some comments below as to what your favorite quote is. Do a video. Do me some white characters. You know, let's play with it. Let's make them big. Let's get them out there. Tweet me, Instagram, whatever. Let's have some fun with this. Let's put the whites out there. We made other people famous, so time to put the whites back on the map, I think, for all the wrong reasons probably. Just like the other people we've helped make famous, like Brian Silva. You know, yeah, we made his crazy ass famous too. So, yep, that's all I got. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and yeah, until next time, holla at your boy Panda. Much love.